completely forgotten about?
I've gone into cemeteries where I banged my shins on markers that I couldn't see.
Oh, gosh.
Literally used a machete once.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. I do the best I can.
Oh, yeah.
It works for me.
Can't get the dirt, but that's okay. Well,
See what my camera can see right now. Okay, so this is Final Wilshire and other guys that play Major League Baseball in the stereo here. I can tell you nothing.
okay.
Absolutely nothing. 5 kilo. I hope you could like whatever it is you want.
Oh, this is it, huh?
This is it. This is Emmett Ashery. It's first black umpire in American League Baseball history. I believe there was one in the National League prior. But he was also very flamboyant.
It helps.
Yeah, this stuff fine. Wow. It's not unusual to see baseballs left behind. This plot is actually owned by the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they Hall of Fame bought it, and the cemetery and the Hall of Fame, I think, thought they were going to use it a whole lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But it just happened.
Wow.
So, what? I like to take a picture. I realized I forgot to take Andy Gardella's picture in the cemetery a few days ago.
Oh, no.
Fortunately, there's a picture on Find It, so I'm just going to
Just use that, yeah. And now, is this 10,001?
This is 10,001. Kenneth Smith, he was the director of the Baseball Hall of Fame. This is the grave of Emmett Ashford, first African-American umpire in the American League. And this is grave number 10,000. So that is now official. I worked very hard to make sure we didn't do anybody too soon so that I couldn't count this one as 10,000 because I wanted to do this. But we're in Cooperstown, New York. We also visited Ken Smith, who was the director of the Hall of Fame. And over there's a Vernon Wilshire, ball player. Visit all three of those. And now we're going to go to the Baseball Hall of Fame, which I've never been to before. So I'm looking forward to doing that. But started in 2004 and still doing it 20 years later, and I've now been to 10,000 graves. And about 200 more on this trip. God bless you. See you next time. Yeah, Gil Hodges. He is in an unmarked grave at Queens.
Did you find it?
The general vicinity.
Yeah.
Sometimes I know the exact patch of grass because of the way things are set up, the information I have.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I know he's around here. Sometimes I know he's in this section someplace. Sometimes I know he's in this cemetery someplace.
Sometimes you know he was thrown out of an airplane as ash and he scattered over an entire state.
Yeah. I definitely dig picture this one. I've got that's Charlie. I can't off, so that's gonna make me mark. This one, this is one of the two plaques that's been recast.
The one on the top, John Hill.
Yeah, because there was a lot of information that we thought we knew about him was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We thought he was Joseph Preston Hill. We thought he was born in Pittsburgh. We had a birth date, we had a death date. We thought he died in Buffalo. We thought he was a porter for the railroad.
Mm-hmm.
Died in Buffalo was right. Porter for the railroad was right. The date of death was off by about a week and a half. He says his name is John, not Joseph. He was born in Virginia, not Pittsburgh. His date of birth was off by a couple of years. Other people were doing research about him the same time that I found out we were going to be going to Buffalo when he died. Beth found the Hall of Records and went and asked for the death certificate. But she asked for Joseph Preston Hill, and I couldn't find one right at the right date. I forgot to tell her they found what his name really was, and so I went back. Well, I've got a John Hill here, but he died a week or two before what you said. Oh, do you know what his job was? He was porter for the railroad. Okay, this is the guy. The two things we were completely right on. Where and what he did. But I got a copy of his death certificate and found out he died at Buffalo. Body was taken to Chicago. And so we went through a lot of work. We finally figured out which cemetery in Chicago. He was now grave, he's now marked. And because of, they had his name. I think that may be the only stuff. Yeah, that's the only piece of information on there that would have had it been erased. But they changed. They acted as Joseph Preston Hill before. The family didn't even know who he was.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have kids till later, and I actually talked on the phone with his great nephew, and he said that he was going to pay for me to fly to Cuba. They redid the flag. He lied. I shouldn't say he lied. He was wrong. He did it. But so I feel some kinship to that one. Mount Garrett, I've been there twice. Once for Remarkable, once for that Margaret. This is where it started.
That's where it started. Travis Jackson. In El Dorado, Arkansas.
Nope. Frank Robinson, we don't know where he is yet. Abby Chandler's in Kentucky. So I've been to the vast majority of the ones he gets. He was number 5,000. I rearranged
5,000.
I rearranged things so he could be number 5. Don't like him.
Oh, sorry.
But he was 5,000 when I got to.
Wow. That's really cool.
We went to 10,000th grade with this in town here, but Toby Bear was 5,000 when I got to. So I need to get a life, obviously. On a lot. I just noticed it on.
I didn't see that. Yeah, they sure do.
He was in D-Day.
D-Day.
Yes.
What are the chances?
And he survived.
You played baseball after D-Day?
Yes. D-Day was June 6, 1944. He started in 1946.
Two circles. He's somewhere in that range.
Oh, that's what I hope.
What you hope?
What I hope. So we will go down here. It's not quite paved road, but it's on.
Found it?
I got out around, and there it is, between the trees. Unless there are two of them like that. But that's certainly the style, and that's around where, for whatever reason, I thought it was supposed to be. So that's probably it. Depending on the size of the personal inscription, I'll just take one picture or two. So I like it to be easy to read in the photo album.
Mm-hmm. And what are you going to do with all this data?
Well, like I told them at the Hall of Fame, the electronic versions will go to...
Did you get your picture?
To them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did the picture first.
Okay.
Yeah. 19... Yeah, okay.
James E.
So he's actually C. James.
C. James, 1917.
Yeah, his actual first name was Casimir.
Casimir.
But he went by his middle name, James.
So...
I hate to be meaning towards his name, but
I
get it.
Yeah. Huh.
But I made a note make sure I look to the other side, because apparently there's... Oh, yes.
Well, that makes you happy.
Yes. I'm glad. Yeah, I learned in Oklahoma that I didn't take a picture of the back. I didn't look at the back of a marker. I don't always look. I just